when I was I was here earlier with Vessel, and we was smoking a little bit, and then there's the school right here. The school's in class, right? There's a little primary school just like across the road. So I was looking at the kids, you know, because they were in class. And then these two kids sat by the window, and the one is wearing an Inter Miami pink shirt with Messi on the back, number 10. And to the left, it's another kid wearing the Spanish shirt, number 18, Lamine Yamal. So I was like, oh my God, it's baby goat and goat, right? So I run, I go, dude, I gotta take a photo. So I pull up my camera, and Vessel's like, bro. What the fuck are you? He's like, no. It's one thing smoking a J. It's another thing smoking a J, taking pictures of the kids. I want that one.
Yo, that's just...
I know you in there, motherfucker. Damn, for real. But it was like such
Lamine, yelling
baby
at the
goat.
Kids. Messi! The high as fuck yelling at the kids. Making sounds at them.
Now you gotta do for the baby goats. What's up, goat? Oh my God.
Yo, who's your favorite?
Bro, they were best friends as well. It was so cute.
They were
best friends, dude.
You just read that off the situation.
Yeah, they were definitely. There's no way you sit next to your boy in football.
Where do you think the Ronaldo kid is?
Bro, he's not in school. That's why he's a Ronaldo fan. He's fully uneducated from a young age. There's no way, dude. No
Bro's working right now. He's working hard.
Yeah, he's going to have to become a mechanic or something. He's not going to school. Those two might go to Princeton. This kid's cooked. I had a good weekend. What did you do this weekend?
We had a great weekend.
We had a great weekend. We had an awesome weekend.
We had an awesome weekend.
We had the best weekend.
You made it sound like it wasn't that great, but it was pretty cool. We had great shows.
We had great shows.
And we did a fun-ass activity with the guest that's coming up.
We did. We went to an escape room. Vessel, you ever been to an escape room?
I have.
Right.
Oh, I love those.
Dude, I was overconfident.
Shout out to My Escape Club. Have you ever been to My Escape Club?
No.
Awesome.
Which one have you been to?
There's one at the dam. It's called Sherlock.
Okay.
Sherlock.
That's
a
fire
good
name.
Yeah.
Fire.
Good name.
What the fuck?
Sherlock.
And it's this fucking high-end stuff. Like, it started with us going into a parking lot, opening a random car and getting a briefcase out. Oh. And we had to go to this art gallery, and there was a back door, and you get in through the back door, and it was so cool.
Oh,
Dude.
I wish we went first.
How many people did you go with?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay, and like, did everybody do some? Like, what was your role? Like, were you good at the shit? Like,
I love this. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I was just running through it.
Okay, fuck. We should go.
Like,
so next time,
no, yeah,
because
we thought so. Yeah.
you fucked up.
We went with the two of us, and now and the guest and brother. It was so chaotic because they were like, "Oh yeah, it takes 42 minutes to accomplish."
No. The record for that room was 32 minutes. And I asked. 32. So they were like, yeah, we've never seen anyone even get close. So immediately I was like, all right, you guys never seen us before, right? But then I said, okay, on average, how long people be taking, right? Because this course you get 75 minutes, right? They go, with hints, and you're doing a good time, if you're taking hints, you can do it like 59 minutes an hour. With no hints, yeah, we don't think you guys will be able to do it. I was like, oh, okay. Because most people don't finish that one even with no hints.
And he's super competitive about it. So he's like, I gotta prove I'm smart
with
like
my
that,
brain,
right?
bro, I even asked ChatGPT. I was like, what's the mindset to go into it?
What's the mindset?
I genuinely, it was like, yo, everything's a sign. Look under shit. Ask questions. Call out everything. Remember, I was like, call out everything? I got that from chat. Sorry.
Call out everything you got.
I call out. I was reading a book. I was reading a book on escape rooms.
Because it's so fun. I do think that as soon as you in there, it kind of is like all thought go out the window.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if it was fucking arithmetic or riddles, maybe you would have been on that shit. But
Yeah.
because it was like,
Bro.
you had to do shit and be like, figure it out with your hands. That he
Yeah.
was like, guys, I don't think it's
Fucking wild.
I had this moment with one. We went on a double date
Yeah.
with a good friend of mine, and somewhere in the part of this thing, there was this cupboard, and there was a drawer you could open, and then there was another plank behind it.
Yeah.
So you were really deep in with your hands, and we were both just fucking feeling and shit, and we just suddenly grabbed each other's hand and shouted. Dude, that scared the shit out of me. Because you're not.
Oh shit! There's someone on the other side.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's the last thing you want. It's such a.
It's just the guy that walks in like, "You're doing great." It's just a comforting, warm hand, a sweaty, warm hand. Oh man,
it was so funny because we were like, "Oh, like let's prepare to go in, right?" So when we went in, we saw it with Judgment Day, but I don't think we had any idea that it was Terminator based.
no idea.
Right? Because yours was actually Sherlock based, right? Okay, that's actually pretty sick. We had no idea. We were dumb as fuck. 'Cause they were trying to tell us like plot lines would be like soldiers. You're one of the last remaining, and we just watching the screen like. I mean, like, yo, we're not even looking around.
At some point, I was like, where do I know the name Sarah Connor from? And I was like, nah, it can't be anything, huh?
Can't be anything.
It can't be just Kowinky Dink.
When it said Skynet, I was like, that's so original.
Yeah,
wow.
I was like, cool.
Shit is so original. Escape room.
Cyborgs and shit.
Wow.
Just terminating people. It's a lot of signs. I actively I was not only bad at it, I was like almost. It felt like I was sabotaging the tour, like because of how bad I was at it. Because I would, do you know what it is? When I get frustrated, it's just like I want to win so bad and I want to be valuable, but it's like, fuck, dude, nothing was working. At some point, I just walked into a room. This is it. It's on camera. I walk into a room. There's like 8 screens with no hesitation, no lights on. I switch off one of the computers. I go, all right, that didn't do anything. Walk away.
Switching off one
Just
of the
switch it off. That's it. They were all off, but I turned off the power. I reached.
Yeah, he turned off the power.
Turn off the power. Turn around. Try to open this big metal door. It was just jammed, you know. So I ended up doing it. I did a light push. Nothing. I barely pushed it. I almost blew and it went like, okay, all right, they want us to go in there. Walk back, bro. For the next 20 minutes, we're running around this fucking individual room. Just like I pretty much, and then at some point they had to send us a hint, being like, "You switched off one of the computers. You need to go back inside and turn it on." It's like the only one we needed as well. None of the others actually mattered. It's the only one.
The thing is, our job is to turn power on in the room, and he's turning off screens. It's like, what are you doing?
ChatGPT said, "Bro, try everything." That was it. It was like, "Yo, be inventive."
Because he didn't open the door when they gave us the hint. I had to run through the vent. I had to crawl through the vent.
Oh my god!
Just to find out, and the hint was like, "You guys can open the door." Oh fuck! That was like.
So literally, what happened? The door was closed. The only way to get into this door and into the other room to see where the hints are coming from was through a vent. Because I didn't open the door, bro had to crawl all the way through a vent, pop back out just to see the screen being like, "You can open the door." And I just saw the door.
And I opened the door and I see this motherfucker on the other side of it. I was like, this shit
and
was
I was like,
fucking
it does open. It does open.
That was fun.
That was fun.
We did shows, right?
What shows did we do? Sorry, I'm tweaking.
Vice versa,
Vice
headline.
versa.
Also, Hers Manadas was pretty fun.
No, sorry. I'm tweaking. I had okay shows. Do you know this month? I was like, what the fuck happened this weekend?
Yeah.
This month, I would like you to say.
So I opened for Hannibal Buress.
Okay.
At
I don't know who that is.
When you see him, you might know him.
Okay.
You ever watched the Eric Andre show?
Yeah, I have.
So he's
I'm a banana.
Yeah.
I'm a banana. I'm a banana.
So Hannibal's like kind of the co-host?
A regular guest.
Regular
like
guest.
What was his name?
Hannibal Buress.
He was Buress. He was also the coach in
This kid's spelling
Marvel
is
Spider-Man.
Hannibal Birds is fucking
No, dude, that was birds. That was the autocorrect.
Burr.
B-U-R-R. Bird.
Yeah, this is B-U-R-R-S. That's him anyway.
That's him.
Okay.
That's
yeah, I have seen him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was pretty fun. That was pretty crazy. That was an incredible
surreal,
night. That was an
right?
incredible night.
How did you feel? So you found out earlier, like
2 hours
same
before
day.
the show.
So
it was
2
nuts.
hours before.
It was
What were
like,
you doing?
You trying to do it? I was eating.
Yeah.
I was eating food. I was just chilling, eating food that I cooked, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Little pasta with some spinach in that bit, right?
Yeah.
With some chicken. I'm eating it. I'm getting ready to eat it. I'm taking my vitamin supplements because I do that, right? I'm taking vitamin supplements. See my phone ringing. Boom, boom, boom. It's a phone call. I'm like, what the fuck? Who calling me right now? Pick it up. Yo, is this Sjoerd? Indeed. Right? With food in my mouth. And they're like, you want to open for Hannibal? I was like, yeah. But I had another show, so I was scared as fuck. I was like, damn, do I have to try to cancel? So I was like, okay, I'm going to try to cancel. This is going to be tough because canceling a show an hour before the show
It's
and
wild.
being like, oh
It's
yeah,
and it was a club show, a pro show. So.
like a club show, and being like, oh yeah, I can't make it. Can you find somebody else? Is tough. Like that's like difficult. But hey, everything turned out just fine. I made it there, brother. Incredible night. Incredible night.
Okay, but then how was you spoke to him for a little bit?
Yeah, so I spoke to the dude, right? Soon as I pulled up, he was tired because he was in Dubai, right? Having fun like a motherfucker, going crazy, partying, going crazy. And then before that, he was at Saudi, and he talked about that too.
The Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Nice.
Yeah, he talked about that too. It was like a whole thing. It was so crazy. And he was so tired though, but he wanted to go out still. He was like, yo, you got some Amapiano shit I could go to? I was like, yo, because he just got off the plane, out to the airport, straight to the club. Like, he didn't even get a hotel room, nothing. He's like, yo, you know a place to go out in Amsterdam? I'm like, you don't even have a hotel room. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I was so concerned. I was like, yeah, sure, there's something. And then he proceeds to mention the worst club name to me. And I was like, brother, don't go there, right? I don't know if I should talk shit.
Let me say this.
You never know. I don't think I should talk shit.
The only club that was mentioned, like, he was like, oh, what about this place? Is next to like a pretty popular comedy club. It's like one of the only places in Amsterdam where it's like, if he walked in there, people would lose their fucking mind. So like, don't go to the one night club where everybody gonna be at, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty much. But dude, that's awesome. And I heard, I spoke to a couple of the other comics that saw it, and he went sad, but my boy killed. Hannibal killed. I'm like so pissed off I didn't get to see the show.
What I thought was so funny was like the topics was similar. Like, it had different like angles, of course, because different life experiences. But we were talking about shit that he mentioned on stage. He was like, yeah, like, I guess it's nodding in the back. He's like, yeah, it was. There was like a moment where he mentioned that it was like a coincidence that he didn't know the topics I was going to talk about. I didn't know the topics he was going to talk about, but the fact that it connected and he started talking about it, like about like dads and like race and like light-skinned kids, I was like, that's crazy. It was like a crazy combination. It was a good night. It was a great night. Okay. Yeah, the more shit you know, add that to the CV. Pop, pop.
Add
you know what I'm saying?
Nice. CV.
Yeah, next is Chris D'Elia. I'm going to... Oh, I can't wait, brother. I'm so excited. I'm already reaching out to his agent. It's going to be great.
And then because our guest is about to get you, before we bring him in here, I did a show with Morgan J again. He came back, which I tried to bring Vessel to, but that was fun. We did a little like acoustic unplugged
in Soho House.
Yeah, because you told me that it's not the best location for comedy.
I didn't say that.
Okay, sorry.
When did I say? I didn't say that. I said Soho House is the best place for comedy of all time, and I love doing shows there because it's a kill box for me.
Especially in the kitchen.
Especially in the kitchen
where they did the show.
I asked them if the bartenders could shake the cocktails louder next time and maybe give the bartender a microphone because we can hear them anywhere, you know. So fuck it, right?
One of the best comedy venues in the city, man. One of the best comedy venues in the city, bro.
Yeah, dude. I love but genuinely, the show was it was awesome. I will say
it was a tough one though, a little bit
for me. Yeah, Morgan was awesome.
They weren't there for you, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and they made it clear, which I respect. They were like, it's tough because it was called Comedy Night with Morgan J and Daniel Yazbek. And I was like, you guys didn't need to do that. Come on, man. I appreciate it. That's love and shit. I had so many people come up to me like, oh my God, I want to see you perform. Like, what are you doing on Thursday? I'm like, man, I perform every night. You want to come see me on this Thursday? You know, so no one give a fuck. And he literally, during my set, which I think made it difficult, as I was performing, he was just sitting right behind me. So, like, no one was even looking at me. I was, like, doing bits of be like, oh my God, that's Morgan J. But, bro, it's so impressive. He killed, dude. He fucking... he broke the room. It was introspective. It's like, it was cool to see, like, good experiences. Oh, one thing I will say, dude, I had me, Mussy, Morgan's tour manager, and we were walking around the city, and pretty much Morgan gets stopped every fucking 10 seconds. And me and Mussy were kind of playing over and under, like how many people will come up to him in the next, 10 minutes. We're having a good time. It going crazy, and then suddenly we take a left near the Rosengracht. And I remember the moment, me, him, Morgan, walking down the street. Some guy approaches us and be like, bro, you're so funny. But they were talking to me. They had no idea who Morgan was. And we jumped up and down. They like were almost picking me up, putting me on their shoulders. It really felt almost Make-A-Wishy, but it was awesome. I did really need that. So it was, hey man, if you're watching, thank you, bro. Thank you.
They put you on their shoulders
They were like, hey! All right, let's get Ákos. I think Ákos
actually, but first thing that we should do, welcome back to In the Background,
the podcast that you listen to in the background. We're going to quickly get our boy in here. I'll be back in a second.
So funny. Cool. All right. I'm going to just get into it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. Okay. Is that already recording?
Yeah, it's all rolling.
Okay, great.
We just shot 20 minutes.
All right, fire. Fire.
Because
I really want to do this off the top, but it's going to be long, and I want to do this right for Ákos. All right. You ready? You guys ready?
Yes.
Right, this is going to be sick. This is going to be sick.
First guest.
All right, first guest. Let's go. Joining us today is one of the most active and best joke writers in Amsterdam. He has helped in building comedy scene through his work with the comedy undergrads and the young bucks. Now he is a co-owner and producer of Clink.
Slow down, dude. Slow down.
You think so?
Yeah.
For real? Yeah. Okay, let's start over.
You're rushing with my credits. That's great.
Because I want to get to it quick. Okay, all right, fair enough. All right.
Take your time.
Joining us today is one of the most active and best joke writers in Amsterdam. He has helped in building the comedy scene through his work with the comedy undergrads and the young... Too fast still?
Still, you're just same
really?
speed. Yeah.
Same speed, less volume.
And then less energy.
Yeah, less energy, same speed.
Okay.
Now, more energy, but slower.
Fuck. Joining us today
Oh my god, this now sounds like Floyd Mayweather.
is one of... Fuck y'all. It's one of the most active
corner.
and best joke... One of the active and best joke writers in Amsterdam. He has helped in building the comedy scene through his work with the comedy undergrads and the young bucks. He is now a co-owner and producer of Clink Comedy Club and Serve Queer Comedy Chaos. And he worked his way through school to gain a master's in political science. He has contributed and written several iconic sketches for the likes of Aces, Hinge, and Sims 4. He's an activist, entrepreneur, full-time stand-up comedian, juggler, dog sitter, English teacher, the only Detroit Lions fan, and one of my first friends that I ever made in comedy. Please welcome Ákos Erdősi from Orshaza, Hungary, everybody.
This was awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm ready to fight Mayweather now. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
Welcome, bro. How you feeling today?
Really good. Really nice.
Yeah?
Really nice. I've been wanting to doing this for a while, and it's great to be a first-time listener and first-time caller at the same time. This is great.
Is this your first podcast ever?
I've done a few with the University of Amsterdam when we were working at the radio. But yeah, and then I was criticized a lot for my laughter during the podcast. So this time I will try to control myself.
Oh, brother, please, laugh away.
Go all out.
I just didn't want to be the Bert Kreischer of this podcast. This is the only thing I wanted to avoid.
Good luck laughing during this podcast. This is not. Yeah, you're gonna be okay.
Nice, awesome.
So
Happy
in the
to be
escape room thing, 'cause we're talking about the escape room. How was that experience for you in general? How did you feel about it?
I love escape rooms. I think they are so much fun because I think the escape rooms are one of the few like spaces in our modern world where like the real nature of people comes out without like any actual like backlash and stuff.
Oh,
like, this is all like, you know, like you realize how bad you are in like stressful situations and how like, but you experience it always with your friends or family or something like that, and it's just it's wonderful.
Little higher.
It's genuinely really fun. I love to do it. Yeah. It was awesome, and with you guys as well. Like it was just chaos from like the first second. It was so much fun.
I think we're the first podcast that we're like, before we have a guest, we have to do an activity. Like we have to do something with them. Like I think that's some crazy shit that we like. Okay, we did something with you, now we can do this shit.
It was fantastic.
Because what was your feelings? You got there before all of us.
Oh, but you mean like before we entered the room? I felt like I'm coming in with like these ADHD guys. It's gonna be a while. I was like, they were like, oh, we gotta break the record. We are out in 40 minutes. So it's like no chance we will do it in an hour and 15. There is no chance.
Because you had done an escape room before.
Yeah,
so
and it was so fun. Like one of my favorite moments was when we entered. We were still in the very first part of the room, and I turned around and I just saw both of you just kicking the clothes of the soldiers. Like both of you were just stomping on jackets, and I was like, "We will need the hour and 15." Yeah.
I was so convinced. First thing, I opened the cabinets. There was like clothes hanging out.
Bunch of clothes.
I was like, everyone check the pockets. Search the pockets. They've got keys in them, guarantee. ChatGPT, bro. There's definitely something in the shoes.
And then we beat the shit out of a pair of shoes, just like
fucking so crazy.
And it led nowhere, by the way.
You were great. You were great.
I felt like at some point I was just like there were so few options of like what we could do that I'm like, it has to be it.
Yeah.
Like at some point, like, and then when we like eventually we got into like bigger and bigger rooms, and those were the points where I also got confused. I was like, I have no fucking clue what to do, where to do.
New rooms are really fun during escape rooms. Like entering a door and then just a completely new room, paintings, new shit.
Because you finally have something, like, it's not over. The other rooms, by the time you exit, it's like, I've exhausted all possibilities and I can't be any longer. But anyway, it's like, maybe I figure it out immediately. Yeah. It's still nice.
I think the problem with this one was that they kept asking us to go back and forth between the rooms. We're like, fuck, so we have to go back to the other thing? And then I think that's what makes it more like, you're like, oh, all of this shit is connected, bro. It's even bigger than that.
It's triggering as well to go back where you failed. You know, I failed because these two had some pretty big discoveries. You know, I had some pretty big sabotages. I think I really extended the time, like substantially. I don't know, because you had the button thingy. There was a little button that we clicked that kind of solved a lot, because we were stuck in a vent for a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
Just 3 dudes in a
and
vent.
The vent is the only spot, by the way, where apparently there are no cameras. And we've been told that usually people spend like 30-40 minutes just in the vent, and no one knows what's happening there. I think that's so funny.
For us, it was just because we're stupid. We weren't even doing anything. Again, like sloppy top.
Like we come out with our t-shirts torn and a body plays like we couldn't do it. We couldn't solve it.
It's so funny. It's so funny because we have the footage, so we're gonna edit it into the clips later. It's gonna be really nice. It's so really funny. But I mean, I want to talk about so many other stuff as well, brother, because there's some stuff that go on that I'm like, like we should also talk about it, because also, as I mentioned before, you are an incredible joke writer. You also write a lot of jokes consistently. I think you work very hard at that. And I was told, actually, because I asked your partner for some details about you, and she said that there was actually some interesting revelations that you learned about yourself and comedy and development from your last tour. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you talk about that for a little bit? Like what has developed, what has changed, how did it start, and where is it going now, that you would say?
So I would say that for a very long time, and especially if you are in the scene in the Netherlands, that I think there are a lot of people who are in a similar position like us, who work hard and really try to develop, day after day, and we really consider comedy not just our passion, but as a potential, like future career path, right? And there are lots of people who want to acquire the same people's, let's say, respect, and they want to get to the same clubs, and which is, of course, natural. But as soon as you leave this space and you just experience a different scene, that sort of broadens your perspective. And also you sort of realize that there might be a few people who bring you down, or who you feel like you didn't get respect from this particular person. So that impacts the way how you look at yourself, right, as a comedian, and you start to question things, and then you experience a different scene, and you realize that the same power struggles are there, but you are immediately in a position that maybe other comics are dreaming about, to get to. Right, so it just puts everything in perspective, to use a niche way to like explain it, but like.
How did you view yourself before, and how did it develop after?
I didn't think that my sense of humor and that my jokes and my set would translate well in different contexts. So when I started to travel and I realized that I'm getting the same or better feedback from the people than I do here, that was the first moment that, okay, I feel like there is like confirmation that maybe I'm on the right path, and that maybe all this work and effort is not wasted in a sense. And I know that it sounds like really like sad or dramatic or something. I don't feel like I don't feel like I am underappreciated or disrespected or whatever in this scene. It's just that for me, a lot of things didn't come in a way that it does for other comedians. My entire career and everything was very hectic. So there were some big moments at the start, and then there was nothing for a while, and then some big moments again. So there wasn't this linear development of open mic, pro shows, our tour. It was all scattered.
I think it's also like when you broaden your horizons a little bit, so it's just like the world's just a lot bigger, and sometimes if you stay in one place for a little long, it can feel like, oh, this opinion is almost definitive of something.
For sure.
You go, oh my God, there's people that speak different languages. This shit funny here, it's not funny there. And it's like, oh, you gotta do comedy. I've seen like a lot of joy in your sets recently.
Exactly. And
is it because you've been traveling out more? Like, was there a particular place that you went to that you were like, oh yeah, this showed me that like, everything back in the Netherlands is fucking.
I mean, to be honest, and I know that I'm speaking for a position that I was very fortunate to just do some shows in New York. But New York, man, I'm like, you get there and you are just like, oh my God, there are thousands and thousands of comics just like us who struggle on a daily and do 5 shows a day, right? And they just get in a cab, go to a show, get in another one, and they do like 5-6 shows a night within 2 hours, right? Or something. And I remember I was on lineup with writers for Colbert, for example, and stuff like that. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? I just like landed a few hours ago, like, and all these guys just look at you that, hey, cool set, you know, good luck next time and see you soon. And it just like this whole concept of success on stage, it just comes and goes. They're just like, okay, I failed here. I'm gonna develop it a little bit and try if it works with a different wording the next hour or something. So then I just realized that when we have a bad show here, sometimes, especially, I was thinking about like, oh man, I'm having this terrible feeling that I let somebody down because this week I had only 2 shows or something. And I was like, this was one of them, and I failed, and I would beat myself up about it. And then seeing the comics in New York who are already way more successful than me, just constantly having the same thing about like, I have to hand in this joke in 2 days and it's not there yet and I don't know how to solve it. It was just really like eye-opening that, fucking comedians struggle like this everywhere, and this whole concept of success and everything is relative.
Well, would you also say that New York, because I think you also have like a bit of like I almost want to say like a guilty, like a guilty love for America, because Eastern Europe, like you super like Eastern European, but this dude loved like the Knicks and he got the Mets tatted on him, brother. Like,
you see that shit? That's
like you know what I'm saying? Like it's so interesting because it's like, is there like a distaste for America, but also like a love for them at the same time? Like,
for sure. Yeah. And it definitely comes, I would say for most of Eastern Europeans, it comes like culturally, right? Because there are a lot of examples from the US that Eastern Europeans look up to, right? We are always this like pessimistic, negative like countries, right? Who have been like just fucking ruined throughout history, and we are always just like, oh, we are just here and we suck and everything sucks and the world is sad. And then we look at Americans and people in the US and they cheer for fucking everything. You just see like, awesome, amazing, cool, whatever. And a lot of us are like, oh, we want to experience that, right? Yeah. Like we want to have that in our lives. And so like it's like this sort of like positivity and optimism and everything is something that I think Eastern Europeans in general look up to when it comes to Americans. And when we went to New York with my family, that was the first time that they were impressed with my stand-up as well. Like they were supportive and they liked it and everything. But when we got to New York and I did the shows there, that's when they said for the first time that, oh my God, how did you even arrange this? Like, how are you on stage with this guy? Yeah. And it was just very funny how they were like, and we went there and he like arranged all these shows and now he was on stage. It was really fun. So in their eyes as well, it was like, okay, like it's a bigger thing that we've been like dreaming about to go to and everything. So my dad worked in the US when I was a kid. I never lived in the US, but he worked in Detroit and in New York. And this is how I developed as a child, like my fan for American sports and stuff like that. So,
but that's also why I'm like, honestly, it says a lot about your grit, because if you still support those teams after everything that they've gone through.
I'm a loyal partner. I'm a very loyal partner.
He will never leave you. I hope you guys know, if you date Ákos, he will never leave you.
If you date any New York Knicks fan.
Yeah. It's genuinely, it's so funny how I started to support a bunch of these teams when I was like 8, 9 years old, like in 2008, 2009, when most of these teams had the worst season ever and they were on the rise. And as a kid, I was like, yeah, you know, they had a bad season now, but in a few years, watch us win multiple championships. And nothing worked out. And it was just like, oh man, we are like, I'm to 25 now and we still suck. Like,
25 and we still suck.
Bro, I don't think the Detroit Lions have never been good, have they?
No,
so
not
you're
really,
pretty young.
Yeah, like
there's some 90-year-olds be like, wow,
Yeah.
this been tough.
There are Detroit Lions fans who dead. They are died. They died. They've never seen.
Most
never
of them
seen
because
any
they're
success.
Detroit Lions, man. We're like, oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
they all died in a heart attack when they were 40. But
Yeah.
Yo,
like,
Ákos loves some tragedy, bro. He
Yeah,
loves
no,
some tragedy.
I love
bro.
I love
That's
the
the Eastern
tragedy.
European side of you, bro. When you they kind of get
Some
drawn to
tragedy,
that shit.
man. I love some tragedy. They were good in the 50s, which is crazy, which was before
That's
the whole like NFL and everything, right?
Well, before black people got in. Like,
That's
that's
what-
all-
that's what I was gonna
about
say.
to
It was
say.
only-
Yeah, no wonder Detroit. Yeah, wow.
No,
The Detroit Lions were great before the black.
They won this KKK Cup
Real
once.
competition. Yeah, they won the KKK Cup.
Yeah, the KKK Cup was insane. I
And then they
remember.
started letting real athletes play. It was used to be like pickleball. And then I go, well, look at this guy. He can run.
Yeah, when all these mechanics and engineers were like, I'm passing for 50 yards.
Oh, like the old school way of talking. Oh yeah, there was no black people
Oh
doing
my
that
God, Jerry Brown. What
Jerry
an
Brown.
amazing touchdown. This is how they sounded. It was crazy.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
But yeah. So there's like I'm a huge fan of these teams and like we've had some good seasons.
Do you think?
But
Do
yeah.
you think? What do you think is going to come up for the next season this year?
I would say that in case like for each of team, I'm talking about the Detroit Lions and the Knicks and the Mets. If like this season we don't go at least to like a conference final, everyone will be very devastated because now the
Knicks are the best of the bunch, though, right? I don't know much about the Mets, but the Knicks, at least from what I've been seeing, they're actually like one of the better Eastern Conference teams.
Yeah, for sure. But there has also been like this build-up now for years, right? And and this is the problem with these teams, and this is what's problematic as a fan of these teams, that there's just years and years of build-up, and you are excited, and you are like, we always have this will be our year, and this will be our time, and someone gets injured, something gets messed up, just like the most unlikely scenarios, and then it falls apart.
Do you have like, other than like obviously your New York team, so that like the Eastern European players that play in the league, do you like them? Or do you fucking hate some of them?
I would say that for example,
He's being very careful right now.
I can say this for you. Like, for example, South Africans, when we watch the World Cup, it's like our team fucking sucks. Bafana, no offense. Shout out, inshallah, another, one day. But we support African teams, and like African players in the league, like Joel Embiid. It's like a lot of people have an affinity thing. It's like, okay, da. Do you have like Eastern European loyalty, or do you feel like I was like, damn, you fucking from Serbia?
I sometimes tear up when I see them Slovenian scoring. And I'm like, this could be us, But genuinely, I think that, for example, like Doncic is...
You would take him on the Knicks, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. Like, when you see this, like, fucking, like, Slovenian former boy makes it to NBA, becomes one of the most, like... And everyone's criticizing his lifestyle because he's overweight. I'm like, he's a better player than all these trained, 2-meter tall abs, like, muscular guys. He's just more accurate. Like, and this is what basketball takes. And
he looks like a plumber. It's
yeah,
fucking
for sure,
wild.
for sure. On the other hand, when I see
I feel like
someone...
I swear I actually went to school with this guy. My first year here. I swear to God. I was like, Luca, I seen you perform, motherfucker. I know you.
You were at the
2017.
You were at the back of the classroom being bad at maths. I remember you, man.
This is actually such a good segue in something I had a couple.
Thank you for
things
shouting
to
out my segue. You know what I'm saying? I've been
you got a
busting out
segue?
questions like a motherfucker for this shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, continue. You were saying?
Yeah, sorry. snooze, huh? I got 5 people for you. So I made a little game for you called Whose Life Is It Anyway? Where you get to play God.
Wow. Oh my
so
God!
I've got 5 people.
What the line
that you know it. So we got Sjoerd, your best buddy. We got Luka Doncic. We got Bernie, your girl, Victor Orban, and Roman Reigns.
Oh my God.
So now, acknowledge me, right? The tribal chief, OTC.
The most masculine aspect of my life is watching WWE.
It's Roman Reigns. I try to get it now. How it's gonna work is we've got fates for these particular people. Right. However, it's one fate per person.
Okay.
Once you've locked in an answer, you can't. That's it. They're gone. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the fates one by one. Right.
Okay.
And then you go to assign. So we got Sjoerd, we got Luca, we got Bernie, we got Victor Orban, we got Roman Reigns. All different types, a variety of fates. You know. So first up, which one would you like to select? I believe it is putting someone's consciousness in a Roomba.
Oh.
So you can pick one of these 5 people. So the Roomba, you know, it's the vacuum cleaner.
Someone's consciousness.
So you got Victor Orban, you got Sjoerd. Now imagine a little Sjoerd Roomba around. Go, hey. Hey man, you need me to clean some shit?
I love to imagine Sjoerd's consciousness in the room, but just being like, no way, really? That's crazy. Just going around, just like that.
I will say
where the fuck is the bathroom?
I will, not to give you any hints, I will say Sjoerd might be valuable in a couple other questions, you know.
Okay,
you know, not to the...
This might be surprising, but Bernie's...
I was going to say it.
Bernie is super smart. Like my partner Bernie...
That's what you would do? You'd put your girl in a Roomba?
But she always there though.
Wait. She is super smart. She knows a lot. And we talk about it a lot, how she's like big into history and she knows so much about history that I think she would love to just see how the world like develops and just in one way or another like experience it. So I think that her consciousness that like lives on, and she's like, wow, no way we build these cities now in a week or something.
As a robot,
I think she would love that. She would go crazy for it. So I would put Bernie in a Roomba.
Wow. Yeah, that's actually a really fire answer, bro.
Fire.
Yo, he never have to pay for an extra plane ticket again, bro. He just gotta take that shit, put that shit in his fucking suitcase. Now he's like, don't worry, baby, I'll see you in 9 hours.
And she's already very small, so it's like, so
honestly, kind of a perfect girlfriend for an asexual, man.
Yeah.
Just cleans up after you.
I would never fuck a Roomba. Never. Okay. That's even too much for me.
Okay, well, you threw it good. That's exactly what I thought you would have picked. You didn't ruin anything.
Oh, no, it was a trap all along. You know?
Okay, next up, we got get cast on a show, Who's My Dad?
Oh, wow.
Reality show.
What would the show be about?
I had an idea. It's pretty much you find kids that don't know who their you don't know who their dad.
I might know a couple.
Yeah.
I don't know where we'll find them, but
so now you've used Bernie. I believe we've got Sjoerd, we've got Luka Doncic, we've got Victor Orban, and then we've got Roman Reigns.
Wow. To be honest, Who's My Dad? It sounds like whoever the protagonist of this show is will be just like in tears and like super emotional and just like. And I would love to see Roman Reigns in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, Roman Reigns, this guy just goes a bit and being like, you know, like, I would love to. Just like from the next episode of Who's My Dad. Just goes and it's
I ain't gonna lie, that's fucking great production.
That's awesome.
That's great casting right there.
That's
actually.
Great casting.
I would love to see that. That's so funny.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, up next, we got Groundhog Day. But every night you're doing a tight 5 at a Serbian bachelor party. So every night, every morning, you wake up and every night it's the tight 5 minutes. Who are you putting in that?
I mean, if Doncic goes to Serbia, he's dead.
So too, that's why it's like how you feel about Luka Doncic for real. The Lakers get a lot worse. The Lakers get a lot worse.
I want like Luka to do well in life. I don't want to put him in an endless circle of misery.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, is it specifically because it's a Serbian bachelor party?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Serbia and Slovenia, like no, that's a no-go. I'm thinking like Viktor Orban would be like, he's already friends with the Serbian government, so he would just be like one of those like old comedians who just like he's at the back of a bar and just going like, okay, so how are you doing, guys? Everyone doing fine? Everyone doing good? By the way, what do you do for a living? Like I imagine him like this and just like this bachelor party. I think that he would be really funny because I actually want him to suffer. And I think this is my literal worst nightmare. I would put Orban in it.
Okay, Viktor Orban.
This is like a punishment style. Yeah. I think this would be really
nice.
funny.
So now we've got last two left. We've got Luka Doncic and Sjoerd.
Oh wow!
DJ every wedding in Estonia for 2026.
I think Sjoerd would have so much fun with this. Sjoerd would go like viral in Estonia.
I've actually been texted multiple times. Come to Estonia.
I think you would nail this. I'm putting Sjoerd as a DJ.
Okay, number 5.
David Guetta with a W.
Luka Doncic.
We made it through.
Become the new starting power for New York Knicks. I was really hoping it was going to end up being Bernie right at the end. I was really in my head. I really think you're going to put your girl in a Roomba, to be honest. I thought.
Pretty funny. I love that though.
That's
that
awesome.
So
It's way better.
She can be around forever. I'm gone, but she'll be there, you know?
How do you think Bernie would fit into the New York Knicks offense?
Honestly, looking at our bench now, she would be an improvement. Honestly, it's like, please make her. I just love to imagine, like, she is 152 centimeters tall. I just love to.
That's so funny.
I just love to imagine her just like preparing for like just doing this for half a minute and then miss terribly. It's so funny.
Oh man! Thanks for playing. Whose life is it anyway?
This was fantastic.
So
this was awesome.
Do you want me to help you segue into your thing? Is there a word that I can say to help you?
Into my thing.
Yeah. Did I step over your segue last time?
No.
Oh, cool. Never mind.
I love the open, honest communication we have as hosts here. It's like,
right?
wait, did I do something back there? What was that? Like on camera.
There's no. We will discuss it later. No, it's just
Why? It's our podcast. Fucking do whatever you want.
I think honestly, like I do think that I do want to get like something that I think is a bit more. You know, a lot of people are genuinely like curious about it, and you talk about it a lot in your stand-up, and it's two things: it's politics and being asexual. Yeah. Right? And
which one do you want to start?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what do we even do? Like, this is like, because I don't have any questions, but I do. Like about their sexuality, because I know you already. But I mean,
so
I could imagine.
What I think is interesting, because I was speaking to Vessel the other day as well, that I had the same perception as well. When I think of asexuality, immediately my first thought, because I go, oh, you're asexual, but you have a girlfriend. And then there's the follow-up questions of like, oh, so then y'all just don't fuck, or what is it? That obviously, knowing you a lot better, I've got a lot better of an actually, my entire understanding of it is literally people. I sometimes speak to girls that I come across as a performative male doing it because I know so much about it. I'd be like, actually, that's not what that means. But just in your own words, kind of like if you wouldn't mind sharing.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, it took me a lot of time to talk about it, and I had some conversations with some other comics, and they were just like, oh, what do you mean that you started to talk about it too late? You're 25 and all that, but at the time I felt like when I started to talk about it on stage, most of my friends from the comedy circles here and everything, they've known me for years, and all of a sudden I started to talk about it, and I just wanted to make sure that it's not inauthentic, right? That they don't see it as something that, I don't know, I just picked up or something to talk about something in my comedy set. But for a very long time, I just couldn't put my finger on what it was, right? Like when I dated in high school, for example, and we are talking, I was like 15 or 16 or something when I started to go out with a girl for the first time. And I felt very happy. And I felt like, you know, I was just like appreciated, and we had a good time together and everything. And all of a sudden she was just like, I don't want to go out with you anymore. And it really surprised me. And I was just like, but why? And she goes, oh, because we've been together for more than 2 months now, and you barely even kiss me. And in my head, I just go, oh, that should be a part of it.
I should want to kiss her.
And there were all these just odd interactions and these realizations when I genuinely felt that I do want to be with somebody. I do want to experience love and all of the aspects of a relationship. But sex and intimacy and all this sort of stuff is just not that important to me. It's not something that I particularly enjoy or like. And I always think about sex as like a math class, right? That like, okay, you have to do it because in the long run, it pays off.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I enjoy or like in particular. And that was something that really like shocks people or something that is like surprising.
Well, I'm very curious about that now. Do you find yourself making more compromises towards it and being more like, oh, this is stuff that I should do in a conventional relationship to show the other person that there is affection?
That's definitely one of the parts that was the most difficult for me to figure out, because I just wanted to avoid my past partners and currently Bernie to not feel like I'm not attracted to her, to not make her feel like she's not pretty, that I don't appreciate her, something like that. But that was such a thin margin that at the start, throughout my first few relationships, I was really bad at figuring that out, on like how to communicate it, how to talk about it. I wanted to make a shout out to a movie called Slow. It's a Lithuanian romantic drama. It came out in 2023, and I was asked last year to do a 5-minute comedy set at the movie festival.
Oh, yes.
Right before this 3-hour-long romantic drama.
3 hours? 3 hours?
Yeah, and
It's called
slow.
It's called
and
Slow.
it was so like I just entered this room and there are just like these like approximately 80 to 100 people in this room, everyone dressed in black, just very fancy. And I come up and do my jokes, and no one's laughing. Like no one, everyone is there for the movie, right? Like they're like, what the hell is this idiot you doing like in front of the screen? And as I was looking at them, I was just thinking, I wonder who did James Cameron ask to do 5 minutes of boat jokes before the Titanic? You know, I was just, this is insane. Like, why am I doing this? But that movie, I have to say that movie really shows you what asexuality is, and it really represents all of its aspects.
Yes.
Nice.
So whenever someone has questions, I direct them to that, because then you see it in the long run. Typical story, guy meets a girl and everything, but whenever in the romantic movies you have a sex scene, it just never happens, right?
Yeah.
It's just never, they are just there, and the girl is getting more and more frustrated because she's clearly attracted to this guy, and he's just like, look, you know, I'm asexual, and for now let's just hold hands and let's just hug and let's just talk and all this sort of stuff. And her friends also start to question, like, why are you with this guy if he doesn't even want to fuck you? And that's definitely something that I wanted to make sure that whoever I'm with, I don't want to put I didn't want to put Bernie through all of these conversations, right? Even with my friends and even with the people who I know. And when she visited me here a month ago, I just noticed how well she handled all of these situations, because there were a lot of questions, you know, because some people started to ask her as if she was like a hostage, right? And they were like, we've heard the story from Ákos's perspective, but are you okay? It was just like, guys, I'm not in the ISIS. Like, why are you doing this, right?
Yeah. Because I mean, I could understand to a lot of people, like, they just don't understand how the dynamic works. Yeah. But then I also think that it depends on you and the connection that you and the person have. So is it like a previously discussed thing, or do you find yourself still learning it and figuring it out as you go on?
I would say that I definitely learn about it. I definitely figure it out whenever we are together, because like there are these aspects that might come up that didn't come up before and stuff like that. And I just always communicated this way, that if someone would give me a paper and like a contract type of thing, and they would just tell me that, look, you will be able to have a family, you will be loved by your partner, and that person will also be sure that you love her, etc., but you never have to sex in your life again, I would sign it immediately. But these are just like the stuff that I am fully aware that I have to figure out on my own, and how to do it, and how to communicate it, and how to like experience it, because as I said, that's my number one goal. I don't want the other person to feel let down or
is there something that's kind of that you're a personal experience or a mindset shift that's made you more comfortable around it? Because I imagine there's a lot of stigma and also probably just confusion of like, why do I feel like this? Is there a moment or something you read? I guess this movie is a good example, but like things that have happened to influence that stand out?
I started to go to a therapist during the pandemic, and with my first therapist, I had quite a bad experience, because immediately as I started to describe these things, he just said that asexuality is not real. There must be another thing going on. Tell me about your grandma and your mom and everything. And I was like, yeah, sure, that's might be a part of it, but this is also not why I'm here, right? So I think the first moment that when I realized it and that had a big impact on me is just it sounds silly now, but it was just like those classic like Jubilee style videos. And for the first time, I was like, oh my God, the experiences of these people is exactly what I'm feeling, right? And so far, I didn't hear it before, because you have all these thoughts that make you question, right? That if I don't feel like sleeping with a girl, does it mean that I'm attracted to guys? And I also felt that, but I am not, and I don't know what it is. And there was this woman, for example, who I walked her dog for a while, this elderly lady, and her mom was married in the 60s and the 70s, in the 80s, and she just had a bunch of just like failing marriages, right? And her mom told her at some point that I feel like my marriages are falling apart because I am not truly attracted to the men that I am with, and I don't want to sleep with them frequently. But she said that, but I also don't want to sleep with women, and I just don't know what it is. And all of these moments and conversations like made me realize that, oh my God, this is what I'm feeling. But it doesn't mean that I'm incapable of expressing love, or that I'm incapable of liking someone. It's just that aspect of a relationship is something that is not like essential for me, and I don't particularly like. But whenever someone tries to describe asexual as just like these like robots, right, who have like no emotions and whatever, I think it's very irrational to ask someone that like, oh, but if you're asexual, how come you have a partner? How come you want to feel appreciated, or something like that? And I just don't feel that's like the right response.
It's so interesting too, because like we also would talk about like cartoons and stuff that we would see growing up and stuff like this, right? So like it's very interesting to me when it's like we also talked about it before, how it's like when we will watch stuff like Disney and we would see like people kiss and stuff, that we'd be like, oh, I would love to do that. I'm very curious for you growing up like as a kid, and you would see these types of relationships happen in cartoons and
I
Disney
completely
shows,
ignored it.
I was like, for you, like, would you just be like, oh my God, bro?
Just
like,
fast forward through those parts.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to see Troy Bolton playing basketball. All right, there we go.
I just want to see SpongeBob make burgers. How
What the fuck?
You know, because then like I always wonder about that. Like also like growing up, do you also see this as like, oh, this is a thing that happens, but like what is the perception there as a kid?
The thing is that I feel like most of pop culture is so like overly sexualized that it comes just like so like off the left field when someone is just like, yeah, I'm not into that, and everyone is immediately like, oh, how come you don't like, I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter, fucking like, I don't know, Nicki Minaj, all these sort of stuff that like everything is sexualized. But it also on a cartoon level, like we see, I don't know, like these characters with like big butts and big boobs and like all this sort of stuff, and just like them dressing up and trying to make someone like fall for them and whatnot. And I'm just like, yeah, because
like when you love TMNT and April would come on screen, you're like, oh, here she goes. Like, what the fuck is she?
It's like, not a woman. No. It's
like,
just like,
because I mean, like I'm very curious.
I would say that it doesn't bother me until it's like in a like limited like sort of form or whatnot. But sometimes you would just see also with these cartoons when in my mind I'm just like, okay, so the dialogue is not getting further. The whole episode is about these guys. It's just like, like big heart eyes, big heart eyes, big heart eyes.
Okay.
And oh my God, how hard she is or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm just like these would be the parts where I'm like, okay, now the entire plot will be about that. It doesn't bother me, but I'm also not something like for a while I really like didn't register this stuff because I was just like, okay, so it's just a boring episode, like this sort of thing. But I do feel good about more and more people just like discussing it. Like I really think that it's important because asexuals are very much on the periphery, I would say, of pop culture. On the periphery of the whole LGBT community as well, because the people just like don't know what it is.
Underrepresented even?
I would say so, because people are too scared to talk about it. People are just too scared to.
I talk about it a lot.
We also Googled some asexual icons, and Nikola Tesla. Huh?
Nick.
There you go.
And Salvador Dali.
Oh, really?
Salvador Dali apparently was, but he was also a fascist, so I don't want to be like, the common thing in me and Salvador Dali is both asexuals, and in my free time, I also love to hate the Jews. I think that's not the right parallel. But Nikola Tesla, for example, and I think that, for example, in BoJack Horseman, you see
his friend Todd. Right? Yeah, Todd.
And you just see like more and more representations of it. But when someone is, of course, I remember when I was a teenager, I was just like embarrassed to talk to anyone about it, because in that phase you are just like
everyone else is talking about sexual and
everything
stuff like,
is about dating. Everything is about and like my personal hell was when someone at high school would come up to me and they would ask like my girlfriend at the time and me at the time, but when will you guys finally sleep together and all these sort of things, and that was hell for me, because I didn't know what was going on with me, but I knew that.
Ákos, if it's any comfort, I'm not asexual, but I was having just as much sex as you in high school. I was getting the same questions, being like, hey, when are you going to fuck? It was the exact same. Hashtag relatable, bro.
And it's bad because, like, in retrospect, you're like, why did I stress about these situations? So, but that's your world at the time.
That's your world.
Everything. Who is popular? Who is not? Who does sports? Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
It's interesting. It's similar to the comedy thing as well. The more you travel, the more people you get to talk to, the more your horizons
That's
broaden.
also the thing, too. I feel like you should be able to fit in so many circles, because you're really cool with the girls and the gays. You're really cool with your masculinity, but you're also very into sports and entertainment and stuff like that. I'm like, so it's like you have like this duality that is like on both sides. I feel like you hate men, but you're also like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I just hate to listen to them talking, but that was a great free shot right there.
That was a great free throw.
It's just like, whoa, that was a great touchdown. Oh, what? He drinks Prime? Oh, that's so lame. That's crazy.
Because the sports also bring out your toxic masculinity a little bit.
Oh, I would say, like, if it's a very heated game, I wouldn't say that I would be like toxic masculine, but I would definitely be like, "Oh, let's go!" I get very passionate about sports.
It's the first time you ever think, I'm gonna fuck you, bitch.
With my fists.
Mitchell Robinson.
Like, because you also feel that against like the other teams, where you're like, oh, fuck the guys on those sides, or you more like, whatever.
No, I'm just like, I wish we were them.
I wish we were them because they're winning.
I'm like, wow, that was beautiful, and I wish he was on our team. Yeah, that's what I usually think about.
I got a question.
Yes.
Do you want kids?
Yeah. Like, for example, like this is something that I do want to experience that. Like, I had a very emotional talk with my dad a few years ago, and he said that he started to he became like not scared of death when I was born, because he was like, whatever I do from now on, like, this guy will continue my legacy in this sense. And he felt, but not in a weird way that I have to do something. Like, luckily he was never that strict with me. It was just that he was just like, there's something out there in the world that's more than me from now on. And I think that was beautiful. And that's definitely something that I want to experience. I am scared about like the state of the world, I'm not gonna lie, and what kind of world my future children would grow up in. But that's something that I would like to experience at some point. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If you could get it, do you know if you would prefer a boy or a girl? Put out a manifestation type.
Oh, I mean, it's so funny because I think I would like a boy.
Yeah, Project.
I would say so.
Project LeBron.
I would say Project LeBron. Yeah, when it comes
Project
I'm like, look, man, the last championship from the Knicks came in 1972. I will be 72 in 2072.
I ain't gonna lie, because his partner short as fuck. That's like the shortest boy. This one.
Yeah. But have you seen Stephen Curry?
Oh,
yeah, you
facts.
see, you don't need the height. You don't need the height. You need the skills.
A 150. How tall are you?
I'm 186.
Yeah, with mixed with
186,
152.
152. That's tough.
You're gonna need a surrogate for sure.
That's tough. That's tough.
No,
That's
bro,
tough.
you get like a 165 at best.
No,
bro.
you gotta find out what 190.
It's not the median average.
It's exactly how they work.
It's genetics. It's not that, it's got to be right in the middle. So like,
It's 186 plus 152
It's
divided by 2.
and
it's
if
like
she
your
stands out
genetics
in the range,
hotwire
she
each
might
other. It's
grow.
like-
Like that's, that's crazy.
Oh man.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have one more question before we call it out?
No, just something to say. I was thinking about this 2 days ago. I have some girlfriends of mine who also say, and they switched on it recently, but they didn't want to bring up children in the state of this world. But I thought back like 100,000 years ago, a family would get kids and they'd get snatched up by lions and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fucked up, but some parts are fucked up, but a lot of it's so good and it's so...
Yeah.
We have Wi-Fi.
Dude, we live in a house.
Oh,
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most of us.
Most of us look out the window right now. Yeah, most of us live in a
I'm
house.
technically unemployed, but yeah.
But that is true.
Like,
Growing
house is
up
crazy.
with this and like having fossil fuels and global warming, it's like, fucking,
Yeah, dude, it
you
used to
get
be
cholera
so
and the
much
plague.
worse.
The life expectancy used to be like 28.
Yeah.
You have a midlife crisis when you fucking hit high school.
It's
Not
still
even-
28 in Hungary, but yeah. But yeah, no, I totally get that point. Like we will just have like different challenges for sure. But yeah, I'm very curious because like now with Gen Alpha especially, I don't want to be this like boomer sounding guy, but you just see how many everyday tasks they find to be just like a challenge that like they cannot like absorb. I'm just like, I think that we just got to make sure that the new generation is just prepared for the modern challenges because when I would talk to my, I don't know, like 14-year-old cousin, and she would be just like, oh, I never talk to anyone on the phone. That's so scary, right? Or something like that. I'm just like, you have to, like, they don't respond to emails. You can't reach them, whatever. You have to make a call. She's like, okay. I'm like, this is just an everyday thing, But there are all these like challenges that, or someone not being able to put together like a CV or something, right? When I had to convince like either family members or my close friends that you have to sell yourself, talk about your skills, talk about what you are good at, and they're just like, but no one ever asked me what I'm good at. I'm like, this is what you need on the job market. You just have to be prepared for all these challenges. So I think that there will be like just a lot more of these sort of stuff that like we just have to prepare like the new generations for environmentally, politically.
I do think it is a crazy thing that we are going to a place where there's a lot less jobs, but I do feel like we're also going in a better place people-wise. I mean, I do think everything is a trend, but I notice people are more clean now. Like, people are being more cleansed and aware, a bit more conscious of themselves. Like, I mean, like, let's say, like, for example, like, I don't know, like 10 years ago, it was very common for everybody to be doing drugs like crazy, drinking, getting tattoos, doing all these different kind of stuff. Now people go for more cleanliness, taking care of themselves, doing more stuff like this. That I'm like, I know it is more of like a trend that, everything comes and goes, right? But I do think that there is a bit of, as we move on, people do learn, and then we realize and be like, oh, we were doing it the wrong way the whole time. Now we know, because I be like, people like doctors thought cigarettes were the way for a minute, just be like, just smoke a cigarette, and they were like, oh, we shouldn't be doing that. And I feel like it'll be the same thing even later on when it comes to jobs and stuff like that. Making CV and stuff like that might not even be necessary, because I even looked you up on LinkedIn. You don't put shit on LinkedIn.
No. It's so funny. I literally got like a friend request on LinkedIn 5 minutes before this podcast from Sjoerd. I was like,
It wasn't me. But
it was so fast. Like he followed you. I'm
it
like,
was
that's
Roman
crazy.
Reigns. He has this idea about this "who's my dad" thing. He wants to come. He heard about it on the pod. He was like, I gotta
acknowledge
do it.
me.
But that's true. Like if you think about it, like in the 1950s US, green jelly was considered a vegetable. Like how insane is that?
Green jelly because of what?
Yeah.
So sick.
Because of the color, they were like, it's good for you.
good
They're
old
like, no,
days.
it's gelatin. What are you
The
talking?
good old days when you just pop a little. Do you know what I've been doing? Last thing I'll say is like, because I have problems eating a lot of vegetables. I literally just take raw spinach. I fucking chew like 2 handfuls. I'll chew it and then like swallow it like vitamins, because I can't do it, bro. And I was like, I need the nutrients. That's what I'll do. I wish I said that after the podcast ended.
That was oh my
I don't know
god!
why I said that.
What, raw spinach?
I
No?
eat raw
love it.
spinach too.
I love how the
You eat it as well?
I do it,
Thank
yeah.
you, bro. Thank you so much.
If
for
there's-
You
saying
guys
there's
wash
a
it? You just out the bag.
Wash it.
If the bag's open,
and then like
If the bag's open, oh my god,
it's just good for you. That's literally I'm the same.
It's not like I'd eat it instead of chips, but like
Yeah.
when it's open and you're cooking with it, I'll eat a few leaves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got in the pod.
Thank you, Ákos.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
I've been Sjoerd.
I've been Daniel.
And I've been Ákos.
Thank you so much for watching in the background. That's also
Vessel.
Follow Ákos on Instagram. Follow his shows. He's he's around. Go catch a show.
Tacos con queso with a K. on
There we
Instagram.
go. There we go. That's what it
Ákos
is.
con queso.
Yeah.
Con queso.
Yeah.
Wow.
Say it one more time.
Con queso.
Tacos
There we
con
go.
queso with a
Tacos
K.
con
Con
queso.
queso.
tacos con queso.
Guys, have a beautiful